Women in my family. The women in my family are independent and invincible. When my mother met my father, she was 22 years old and had her own hair salon. My father was an officer in the Reserve Officers Training Corps, ROTC, stationed in her hometown. After discharge, my father could not find a job. They moved with my sister and me to my grandparents' house in a farm village. My grandparents were very disappointed. The whole family sacrificed to send my father to college. My grandmother in particular even hated my mother. One day, my mother left the house without saying goodbye. At the time, I was 7 years old, and I even forgot about my own mother. We did not hear anything from her for 3 years. My father was depressed and sometimes overdrank. She returned with some money to live together. My father got a job at his friend's company in Seoul. We moved to Seoul and bought a house with the money plus a debt. She opened a restaurant to pay the debt. At first, she considered opening a hair salon, but the trend in Seoul was different from her hometown. About 3 years later, my parents could pay off the debt. My father became a public official. When I was 26 years old, my father died suddenly. 6 months after his death, my mother built a new house after destroying the old house. She sold the new house and moved to another old house. Then she built a 3-story house. We lived on the 3rd story and rented the 1st and 2nd stories. My sister entered the commercial high school and got a job at the bank right after graduation. I found employment after college. My mother studied and passed the middle and high school certification examination within 2 years. My sister graduated from an evening university while working day. During the so-called IMF crisis that hit South Korea in the late 1990s, her bank was closed down, but she was recruited as a college graduate by a state-owned financial enterprise.